Hello guys, this is Karan from technophile.com and today we are reviewing the ASUS RT AC88U Dualband gigabit router. Dualband basically means that you will have two Wi-Fi channels, that is 2.4 GHz normal one and the 5 GHz that is introduced with the AC band, which will give you high speed internet and data transfer speed over Wi-Fi. So we have 4 antennas and this router specializes in improving the traffic. So if you have lot of devices at your house, like I have 12 plus devices, so this router will perform excellently in those conditions. If you already have an AC router, so I don't feel any need to shift to this router, but of course if you like the features, if you like the gaming performance and other features, you can surely go ahead and upgrade it. So we'll check out the specification of this router and see how it performs. The router has 4 antennas, which means wide area of coverage. So on the box it is written 5400 square feet coverage area. The next, it comes with AI protection. We'll talk later about it. It is best for gaming and 4K streaming. It also comes with 8 gigabit high speed LAN port, so you can connect 8 of your machines. It also has an app on Google Play Store and iOS Store to configure it. So without wasting much time, I'll just go ahead and unbox this RT AC88U router. So let's just check out what's inside the box. So the first thing that you get is the router itself, right? So it is quite large in size if you compare it with your usual home router. It comes with this plastic wrapping and you can have a look inside it, but I'll just keep it aside for a while and we'll have a look inside the box. So you can get what those are, right? These are the antennas, what you can see from that notch. I'll just remove the cover. So now you can see the 4 antennas and why the router looks so beautiful and monstrous, right? So that are finely crafted with the red notch and with the shiny plastic. It gives it a premium look. So the look and feel is good. At the bottom you have the connectors, right? The screw thing that will go inside the router and it will fix it. I'll just take all out and I'll just keep them aside to explore more. The next thing that you see is the WT Fast pamphlet. It has all the instructions to create a WT Fast account. Okay, so we'll talk more about it in the later section of this video. So the next thing that you can see is the VIP member warranty notice. It's basically a notice, so I'll just keep that up aside. You can read it when you get the router. The next important thing is the manual. So the manual will help you set up the router and it will give you detailed instruction about its specific features so you can use it. The next thing is the support CD, right? So the support CD will come with all the software drivers and all the documentation thing. If you're like a new user to set up the router, you can use it. If you're a power user, you can use the terminal directly. I'll show you in the next video. Whoa, that is a lot of wires, right? So that there are many cable cords. So the first thing that we are gonna pull out is the ASUS adapter itself. So this is the main adapter that will power on your router. I'm just looking for the rating so I can show you the current rating and the voltage rating, right? So I don't know if you can see those small ratings, but I'll just focus on it. So we have a 19 volt 3.42 ampere output voltage and current, right? And the input is AC 100 to 240 volts and that is 1.5 amperes. So this will consume more current than your regular router, and your regular router is of only 12 volts. This is of 19 volts. You can see the connector, okay? And this is the power cord connector. So you can just plug those cords in according to your country and you can just power on your router. I'll just pull out all the cords and see what those are. So this is the 3-pin connector, okay. So the only difference lies with these pins. So the alignment and the shape of the pins varies according to the country and the switch they have. In India we have the rounded connector, so I'll just show you that also. So this is the one and this is the second one, third one, okay. We have all 3. So this is the one that we use in India. and then I'm going to use in my video. This is some other different shape, so you can use whatever cord that suits you. So the last thing is the Cat5 LAN cable. You can use it to like give and share internet via Ethernet cable. So this is like 1 meter long. So that is it for the accessories. Let's move back to the router. So I just quickly wanted to show you how to attach this adapter with the power cord. So you can choose anyone. I'll choose this one. So what you have to do is just plug in the 3-pin connector, okay, and your power cable is ready to power on your router. That's it. So now we are back with the main ASUS router, and I'll just get rid of the plastic wrap and we'll have a closer look inside the router. Okay, so this is how the router looks like from the front. It has an amazing design with these 3 notches for the air passage. It gets pretty much heated up while you power it on, just like your home PC. In the front you have some LED indicators, so the size is almost double as your home router. I didn't expect this, but yeah, it gives it quite a premium look. So in the front we have some LED indicators. So let's start from the left. The first one is the power LED, the second one is the 5 GHz Wi-Fi LED, the third one is 4 GHz Wi-Fi LED, so it is a dual band. The fourth one is a WAN input LED. So initially it is red, and when you plug in the WAN input it will turn white if you have a good connection. So that's it for the WAN LED. The fifth one is Ethernet. So if you plug in any Ethernet connection, it will turn on. Yes, you have 2 USB ports. So the first one is USB 3.0 and the second one is the USB 2.0. So it will go up when you plug in some device. The last one is the WPS, that is Wi-Fi protected security. So if you have enabled it, it will just turn on. By default, just keep it off. So that's it for the LED indicators. Turning back the router, let's check out what's on the back side. Starting from the right, we have the power button, that is basically a push button, so you can just push it in to switch it on. The next is the DC 19 volt input power jack. The third one is a WAN input, so that's not output, right? The next one is the antenna. Now we have the 8 gigabit Ethernet ports for high-speed LAN gaming. So these are amazing. So the next again antenna. And we have a USB 2.0 port. You can recognize from the black color, it is a 2.0. Next we have a WPS switch to turn on the Wi-Fi protected security, and the last is the reset button. Moving on to the left side, we again have a antenna. Yes, and on the right we have the antennas, 2 on the back and 1 on the left, 1 on the right. So this is basically again the air gap for the heat passage. As I told you, it has a processor and RAM inside it. It's a whole machine. So that is all about the top side with the LED indicators, and the back side will just move on to the front. So apart from the LED indicators on the top, on the front we have this compartment where we have a USB 3.0 port, so you can recognize from the blue color. So you can like connect USB devices, printer and everything on the 2 USB ports. So here we have the LED on-off switch, so that is basically the top LEDs. So if they are annoying you, you can turn it off. The next we have the Wi-Fi switch to kill or to turn on the Wi-Fi. It will work for both the 2.4 GHz frequency and the 5 GHz frequency. So you can turn it off and use the Ethernet ports on the back, right? So that's it for the router, and we'll just go ahead and plug in all the antennas, and I'll show you how it looks. So we are back with the ASUS router and the 4 antennas, right? So the 2 antennas go on the back side, okay, and the third one goes on the left, and the fourth one goes on the right. So that is it for the placement of the antennas. I'll just go ahead and plug in all those. So while I'm doing this, I'll tell you more about the specifications of this router. As I told you, this router is a PC itself, so it has a dual core processor clocked at 1.4 GHz frequency with 512 MB of RAM and 128 MB of flash storage. So that is it for the specs. The price of this router is $300 and it is available on Amazon and other websites. The link is given in the description below if you want to buy it. but this router is a costly one. So if you are upgrading it, make sure that you check out all the specs and you have the requirement of this router, then only go ahead with this AC router. I'm not telling you that you don't purchase this router, but if you are having a traffic issue at your home or at your workplace, so you can always go ahead and buy this router, as it specializes in handling the traffic excellently and distributing the bandwidth. So we'll just plug in the last antenna and we'll get it over with. So this is how the router looks like after we have plugged in the 4 antennas. So the middle 2 antennas are to be positioned at 90 degrees and the extreme ones are to be positioned at 45 degrees according to the manual for maximum performance. So that's it for the ASUS router review. If you do like my channel, do subscribe. This is Karan signing off from technofault.com. Thank you.